BeautifulBrwnBabyDol, and I'm coming today to talk to you about ways that you can control your emotional hunger. So many of us have found ourselves gaining weight. Not only that, we can't even figure out why we're eating. Even when I was a bigger girl, I really enjoyed my emotional eating. So before we get started, what is emotional eating? First off, emotional eating comes on suddenly. My dog ran away. I'm hungry. My boyfriend broke up with me. And I'm hungry. Emotional eating is not about actually being hungry. It's about coming on suddenly because you're stressed, overworked, mad, angry. You have some kind of emotional thing tied to your food. So when you're hungry for anything. But when you're emotionally eating, it's funny how you only crave like pizza, burgers, everything that you know you should not be eating a whole plethora of is what sounds good when you're emotionally eating. Emotional eating leads to mindless hunger. You go to the refrigerator because you're feeling overwhelmed, you get that tub of ice cream, you look down, half of it's gone, and you thinking to yourself, I might as well finish this off because I ain't feeling too good today and maybe this will make me feel better. Probably not. You're just eating to get rid of something and you're not really even thinking about how much you're taking in or what it could be doing to your body or the destruction that you could be doing to your body. Emotional eating usually leaves you feeling guilty, angry, and upset with yourself, and you start to feel ashamed as well. When you finish that tub of ice cream, you start to think, oh crap. You don't even want to look at the back of that mug because you already know you done did some damage. Emotional eating isn't satisfied once you're full. Even once you're full, you still want to keep eating just because it's there. It's almost like a bottomless pit. It makes you feel like, oh my God, if I keep eating, then I'll feel better. But really, when you get down to it, it's something else going on with you. It's not located in the stomach, it's located in the mind. It's just food just floating in your mind because you think of it as a comfort, you think of it as something that will make you feel better, so it's there. Let's get into ways that you can solve this issue. First off, in order to correct this problem, you have to figure out your stress eating triggers. A lot of us don't even realize that when we get stressed out, that's when we go to eat the most. Notice that when you have a high stress time, like final exams times, or when something's due at work, or when you've been working really hard on a project, you tend to gain a little weight if you step on the scale. And usually that's because you're stressed out. So you reach to food to make you feel better. So you have to find out what those stress triggers are for you. It could be family problems, it could be relationship problems, but you got to get a hold of that and figure out what it is in order for you to address it. If you find yourself feeling like a bottomless pit and you just keep eating, you're usually trying to feel something. You're trying to stuff those emotions out, but what you realize is that it's not working. So you just have to keep eating till you think you feel better, but then that leads to you feeling ashamed again. A lot of us also are triggered by boredom. Usually on Saturdays when it's nothing really on TV and I don't have that much to do, and because I'm a busybody, I just have to be doing something. Catch myself looking at TV and then me wanting to go over to the refrigerator. Get yourself some business. Something that's gonna keep you moving that doesn't involve food. You'll probably eat a lot less. It also could be due to your childhood habits. When I got older and in high school and I was able to control the foods that I had, I found myself just eating whenever I wanted to and not really eating to satiate my hunger, eating for no reason. You know, kids just be eating. And if you don't really know the right foods to eat, then you're probably more likely to eat the wrong things, which are gonna cause you to gain weight and then cause you to feel ashamed and bad about yourself once again, which causes you to eat even more. So think about your childhood habits and how they're impacting how you're eating now. Listen to your body and see when you're hungry, and maybe even keep a food diary to figure out when those times happen and when they're not really happening. Another thing is social influences. People always want to go eat. Somebody died, we want to go eat. Somebody get out of jail, we want to go eat. Figure out the places where you can eat or eat healthier, eat before you go, or maybe turn down some of those advances and just say, I'm gonna go home. I used to have to come up with all kinds of excuses to not always go out with my friends to eat. Not that I wanted to slight them, but I knew that there were a lot of temptations and things that I was just gonna engage in just because I was around them, and sometimes you just have to separate yourself.
Now it's time for Beautiful Brown Baby Doll News. Here are some of the funniest reasons and events that cause us to emotionally eat.
Girl, would you believe they just had the nerve to fire me? After 10 years, they just let me go. Alright girl, I'll see you in a minute. I'ma bring the ice cream. Girl, they just told me I got the job. Yes. I see you at the Chinese buffet in 10 minutes. How you gonna break up with me? to eat tonight? I don't know. We just went to that new restaurant the other night. Okay, let's go to Popeyes tonight. Let's go to Popeyes. Okay, I'll see you in a few minutes. Oh my God. Ain't nothing on. Why ain't nothing ever on Saturdays? God, I'm hungry. Ooh, that is cloudy tonight. Oh, Scandal is good. Let me go get these good old potato chips real quick. This so boring. It don't never be nothing to do. Wait, I got that new ice cream in the freezer. Hey y'all, hold on. I'm about to make this order with Pizza Hut. Hold on. Hello, Pizza Hut? Yeah. Let me get the 10-piece wings, a medium pizza, a large Coke, 3 orders of cheesy bread. Hold on. What y'all want? Yeah, that's all for me. Girl, that is such a shame Daquan died like that. I know. Where the repast gonna be? Where we? Okay. Get back with me. All right. I know you had a baby and everything. Let's eat. Where we eating after the graduation? Oh, that's good. I'm hungry though. I'm happy for you and everything, but I'm hungry. I love church and everything, but I be hungry.
Now back to our regular scheduled programming.
The next thing I want you to do is start to find out what's really bothering you. So if you're lonely or bored, find some friends that you can talk to. I'm sure that there are people out there that you can at least go sit with, call, text, do something. Play with your dog, play with your cat. Go talk to a neighbor, talk to a friend, talk to a classmate. Do something other than reaching for food. So if you're anxious, have some fun, call my mama and laugh, tell people some jokes, keep your hands busy, and then 9 times out of 10 later on you'll find that you weren't hungry to begin with. Another thing I like to do is that if I'm tired, I like to go ahead and take my behind to sleep. I emotionally eat when I'm tired, especially if I'm trying to fight my sleep or if I want to stay up and watch Orange is the New Black because I'm trying to catch up on season 2 and 3. If you're tired, just engage in being tired. Go take yourself a long bath. Have a little time with the candles. Read a book. Take a nap. A lot of times I found out I wasn't actually hungry. I was just tired. The same thing happens if you're bored. You don't need to be sitting up eating. Get a book instead of food. Say it with me. Book instead of food. The book might not always sound so good, but think about the damage you might be doing with the food. When I'm bored, I do like to eat, but it's just something to do. So if I gave myself something else to do, I'm less likely to emotionally eat when I'm bored. The next thing I want y'all to do is to take a pause for the cause. I'll say to myself, but I just ate like 20 minutes ago. Why am I hungry again? When that hunger pain hits, take 5 to 10 minutes and just chill out. A lot of times at the end of that 5 to 10 minutes, you find out you wasn't hungry anyway. The last thing I want y'all to do is start to replace those bad habits with good ones. If you start to do that, you'll start to replace this eating behavior that happens when you're emotional with better habits. When I was about 240 pounds, I realized that I needed to replace those behaviors with something to do. So whether that was exercising, planning out healthy meals, taking time to relax, keeping my time filled with meaningful things, and connecting with other people that keep their lifestyles healthy, that aren't always engaging in that overeating behavior and that emotional eating. Guys, I hope that this video has been helpful for you all today. I know that I have suffered from emotional eating, and I know many of you all have as well. So let us know below some of the things that you've been doing to stop your emotional eating. And please let me know some other topics that you would like to hear from me about and other things you would like to see me talk about. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Beautiful brown baby doll. Peace.